Hi, I'm Bill C. I wrote this book called 33 Days. It's about my band Divine Weeks when it left on its first tour back in 1987. I thought I'd give you a little companion piece today, take you on a little tour of Los Angeles, the one you'll find in the book, where Divine Weeks came out of the music scene. There's a scene early in the book where my best friend Raj and we just started college, and we take this drive along Sunset Boulevard. We come right through here, and we kind of trying to figure out what to do with our lives. And eventually, at the end of the night, we end up there on Mulholland Drive. And well, come along with me, right up here on Sunset Boulevard, Sunset Strip. Let's go. Okay, so first up we've got Gazzari's here on the left. This is our first gig. We didn't know what we were doing. It was some battle of the bands, some horrifying thing. And then next up we got the Roxy here in the Rainbow. The Whiskey over here. And then Oz. And Blue Lagoon Saloon, was it? No. What was that? The Central was here, which is the Viper Room now. And then Tower Records was up here. And Book Soup up ahead. Yeah, Raj and I were just driving here Thanksgiving night, just trying to figure out what we were still doing in college and why we were still sitting on our dreams.
So, Bill, was it hard breaking into the scene in 1987 here in LA?
Well, we didn't know anybody. We were completely unhip, and so like I used to look for people to just try and sponge off of, just indie rock teachers, like Falling James of the Leaving Trains, and Vetus, who produced our record, in his days in the last, and Mike Watt, Minutemen, just started Firehose. We just used to just try and stand close enough to them, just to try and overhear something that could, maybe give us a pass to get on that highway, that we thought was off limits.
Okay, Bill, so where are we now?
Well, we're now where the Laza Club used to be. Come along. People would line up along this wall right here.
This one?
We played a lot of shows here. Firehose, which is in the book. And it's just a little place. Always used to get a lot of trouble for the sound. We were way too loud for this little place. And they'd have comedy or plays going on. And they'd bang on the walls. And Jean-Pierre, the owner, would get in trouble. Anyway, this is a funky little place. And even though we were probably too big for it, we always had really good gigs here. We could pretty much blow the roof off this place. Let's go to the next place, come on. Well, 4658 Melrose. This is where the Anti-Club was. Unfortunately, right now, it's a construction site. And this is a place where Divine Weeks played just a whole ton of gigs. We headlined here a bunch of times. And they had a kitchen here just so that they could serve alcohol, and but I don't know one person who ever ate here. The food was dreadful, but it was a funky little place, part of LA's true underground, and it's kind of sad it's gone. This right here, this nondescript wall and door right up here, this is Club Lingerie. It's our homecoming gig. And in 1987, this was pretty much the place to play. So many times I had come here to see my heroes, Black Flag and the Minutemen and Husker Du, Meat Puppets, and we were just starting out. This was like the idea of success. If we could just get a gig here, and we passed out our flyers, had our fake IDs. And seeing people react like we just served them with a subpoena. But we figured even if our flyers were being trampled on and thrown away, at least they were being trampled on at the most happening shows. And but anyway, we came back from our tour and sold this place out. This was as good a place as any to end the book. And if you read it, it was kind of like the end of Innocence. After that night, we had to own up that we were no longer just an unknown band. Okay, so we go from the triumph of our homecoming gig at Club Laundry, where the book ends. But if it wasn't for a talk that Raj and I had up here on Mulholland Drive, there never would have been a Divine Weeks. So it was right here, looking down on all of LA, top of the world we used to call it. And Raj and I used to come up here to speak our dreams and send them down there. But that one night we came up here, it was different. Things had become more desperate. It felt like time was running out. And I realized I was only still in college for my family, and I knew Raj was too. So I took him up here and I told him, don't you see? Something happens when you sit on your dreams, when you deny what's at your core, your very essence, when you live someone else's dream. And if we don't do something right now, we'll regret it for the rest of our lives. So I pointed down there. And I said, let's make everyone down there know our name. Let's do it like it's never been done before. And he smiled, and that's when Divine Weeks was born. So I hope you've enjoyed our tour of LA. Keep coming back to 33daysthebook.com, 33 Days the Book YouTube channel, and check out the book.
I ran from mama after she ran from me, and I ran through downtown